I got something to say. I'm sweaty and ashy at the same time, but I got something to say. I've been talking about this all week. It's been coming up with multiple people I've had a conversation with, so I just felt like I should share this thought with y'all. Maybe it'll help somebody, you know. And I also feel like when things come in three, that you should share it, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a sign that I need to put it out there. But I've been talking to people this week, and you know, I've been hearing people say, I just want to see the good in people. You know, I let things slide because I want to see the good in people. And you know what I've been telling them? I've just been thinking, and I've been saying all this week, I'm like, you got to know how to see the bad in people too, though. Like, everybody is made out of both. You know what I'm saying? What does it benefit you to just see the good in people? And you got to strengthen that discernment and seeing the bad in people too. And then you got to know what you're dealing with. So when you're able to see the shadows of people, you know what you're dealing with. You know what type of demons you're dealing with. And you also know what type of boundaries to set with that person in their shadow side. You can love the good, embrace the good, and then when you see them shadow sides and them dark sides, put boundaries in place. Look, and I'm not saying that it's wrong to see the good in people or to only see the good in people. I think it's benefits to that. I think people that can see the good in people or try their best to see the good in people can project out a good world. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to attract that if that's what they seek to find. You feel me? But I also feel like when you're in a spiritual warfare, or when you're coming up out of survival mode, you got to have discernment to not only see the good in people, but to see the shadow sides. Is damn near a life skill to see both. You feel me? You got to be able to tap in. You got to be able to open that crown chakra. And you got to ask for that discernment. And you got to strengthen that discernment. That is so annoying. But what I was saying was, most importantly, you can't compromise your mental health dealing with these spirits. You know what I'm saying? This whole narcissistic trend that's rising, that's a spirit. And you got to learn how to tame it. You got to learn how to check it. And you're going to have to build your boundaries up and your discernment up to identify those spirits. They come in both men and women, though. So don't think I'm just talking about men. It's women out here. It's weirdos out here, for real. And you got to increase that discernment. You got to increase that awareness. You got to be able to see both good and bad. See the good and the bad in people, and then decide if you can compromise in any kind of way, because some people ain't got as much darkness in them as others, right? So once you start seeing the level of the darkness that you're working with, or the level of the demon that you're working with, you can put boundaries in place, and you can decide if you can coexist with it or not, or you can just completely eliminate it. But you're not gonna find someone that's not made out of both good and evil. Okay? You just need to strengthen your discernment to see both and not just want to see one side. It doesn't benefit you to be one-sided. And when you start increasing your discernment, you're gonna get them laser beams in that third eye and in that crown. Okay? You're gonna be able to shoot that laser beam at them, scan their body, and you're gonna be able to see that they full of shit. That's what discernment gonna do. You're gonna be able to break a motherfucker down right and on sight. That's what it's gonna do for you. I promise you, you're gonna get that superpower. Learn to see both. It's a benefit. I just thought about the fact that I did this poem last week, and I called it The Serpent's Truth. And I was talking about the snake. Adam and Eve snake. And it's crazy, I'm telling y'all to see both, just like the serpent told them to eat the apple. So, ooh, am I telling y'all to eat the apple? Come eat this apple. Little kids out here playing. But I think that knowing how to see both is a godly skill. It's like a protective shield from God.